So Mozilla Firefox just turned 20 years old, and I figured a great way to celebrate would be to try and make it look like its #1 competitor. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be checking out Geckium, a project described as a love letter to the history of Chromium and its derivatives. What this is a CSS and JavaScript modification that transforms Firefox to look like a handful of different Google Chrome releases, even dating all the way back to version 1.0 from 2008. So this is pretty much for those people who really like the look and feel of Google Chrome but don't want to actually use Google Chrome and want a more privacy-friendly browser like Firefox is. It's compatible with version 1.15 and above, up to the latest release of Firefox as of me filming this video, and it's actually the successor of sorts to another project called Silver Fox, which essentially did the same thing, though it was only meant to be used with Firefox 1.15 ESR, and it themed the browser to look like a version of Google Chrome from 2012. Now, this version of Firefox is on its way out, and that's the main reason why the developers have discontinued the project. So if you go to the website, actually hosted over on NeoCities, it says that Firefox 1.15 ESR lacks essential features and support for modern web technologies, and they recommend switching over to Geckium, and then this link will take you to the GitHub page here. And what's pretty cool is if you're currently using Silver Fox, you can actually upgrade right to Geckium by just placing one of the folders you get in this download package into your existing browser directory, and it will migrate all of your settings over to it. Though it probably would be best to switch off that old version of Firefox pretty soon, because support is going to be ending within the next couple months. Compatibility, it's supported on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. On the Windows side, you've got Windows 7 all the way up to Windows 11, though this does depend on, what Firefox version you're using, because the latest version of Firefox, for example, ain't going to work on Windows 7. Now, there are different installation instructions for whatever operating system that you're using. We have a clean install of Windows 11 today, and to download it, you want to go to the releases page here. And as of filming, the latest version is 1.9.1. Now, if you're coming from a previous Geckium version, there is a little bit of a different process you have to go through, and they detail that here. And then you got your change log of all the stuff they've added and the bugs that they fixed. And down here, way at the bottom, if we go under assets, you've got your zip file that you want to download. I already have done that, and I've extracted it. And we're going to go back to those instructions here in the README. And we want to first go to about:support, and we're going to scroll down to profile folder and click on open. And in here, why is the menu bar not loading? What the heck's going on? Windows 11, what are you doing, man? Okay, there we go. So you want to go into your Geckium files, go into profile folder, and copy both of the folders in here into this folder. Gosh, I've said folder a lot, haven't I? Then we have to get into the Firefox application directory. So I'm just gonna go right click on the shortcut there, open file location, and here we are. And that lovely menu bar is not showing up properly, but hey, we'll just ignore that for now, because Windows 11 is such a wonderful operating system, isn't it? We're going to go into the Firefox folder now and copy both of these over to here. And then once all that's done, you want to go back to the support window here and click on clear startup cache and restart. And when you do that, it's actually going to restart a couple of times until it properly loads up Geckium and everything. So you see it opened up there, and now it's actually themed. And it's going to yell at us because I don't have it made as my default browser on this VM, but we'll set it as primary browser. And then we got this getting started window that came up, and it says welcome to Geckium. So we'll click on get started. So this is where you choose which version of Chrome that you want to, simulate here. So default is Chrome 1 from 2008. It works all the way up to Chrome 58 from 2017, though this is an early work in progress. So I actually went with Chrome 47 when I was testing this off camera. And all this stuff is instantaneous. So if you see in the browser window here, if I kind of bring it over here to the side and just start clicking through these, it will just change that on the fly to, whatever version that you want. So we're going to do Chrome 47, and we'll hit next. And then you click on Geckium settings here to open up the main settings panel for where you can customize everything about this modification. So we're going to come back to this. We'll close out of it for now. And you also have a Chromium flags shortcut, though this is like grayed out currently, but you can get to it by typing in about:flags in your address bar, or by going into Geckium settings. And then it just says right down here at the bottom that this is an unstable pre-release theme, so stuff might not work. Okay, so a couple of things right off the bat. You'll notice the new tab page has been completely redesigned to look more like one that would come with Google Chrome. So you have a Google search page here. You can type and search there. You got your Omnibox up here. You know, your links to various Google stuff over there. And then this down here looks like it's supposed to be, you know, as you start filling up your history with stuff, your most frequently visited sites will show up there. And this button up here is how you get to that Geckium settings window that we saw before. So we're going to spend a little bit of time in here just messing around with some settings, but I'm not going to go through everything because there is a lot of stuff that you can change in here, which is really cool. But I do want to focus on design because, you know, this is again where you can go in and change the, you know, overall theme here for, you know, all those different Chrome versions. But you can also change the title bar and interface style. So if you want maybe a Mac OS X one, for instance, so you will actually move the window controls over here to the left side. You can even set this to Chromium OS if you want and get that look going on, which is pretty cool. But I think that the coolest thing about Geckium, hands down, is the ability to install Google Chrome themes. That's right, this allows you to use Google Chrome themes on Mozilla Firefox. And then because Microsoft Edge is just Chrome with a coat of paint, we've got a shortcut to get themes for that here. We do have a handful of pre-installed themes right here, and we can go up and change our color scheme from the, you know, default one where it just, you know, depends on how you have your system set up. We can force light mode, force dark mode. The really cool thing is, you know, when you go between these different versions, it doesn't just change like the menu bar, it changes the entire user interface. So here's Chrome 1. I mean, it changes the entire new tab page. It has this recent bookmarks, recently closed tabs over here on the right. And maybe we can go back in here and let's change to, I don't know, Chrome version 4. And you can see that's how that looked, Chrome version 5. So it really does a fantastic job at mimicking the look and feel of these older Chrome versions. Now, when it comes to downloading additional Chrome themes, well, there is a little bit of a problem because we can click on the Google Chrome Web Store link here. If it actually loads the web store, we can go there. But you see, it's going to bug us to switch to Google Chrome up here. We can say no thanks, but if we try to actually go into a theme, you see the Add to Chrome button is grayed out, and it tells us once again to install Chrome. So what you have to do to get a Chrome theme working on here is manually download a CRX file, and go in here and click on Open Chromium Themes folder and copy it into here. You see we already have a couple in here already. So yeah, that kind of sucks. You can't just download themes from the Chrome Web Store. At least by default, because the developers do have a workaround to this. If we go back to the GitHub page and scroll down, there is under instructions here this part that says to improve your Geckium experience, you should also install TamperMonkey, and using TamperMonkey, install the official Geckium user script for enhanced functionality. So we'll go to the TamperMonkey link here and add this to Firefox. And the developers do clearly point out that JavaScript-powered modifications like Geckium, and this is not just for this script we're about to install, this is this entire project as a whole, they have full access to Firefox's functionality, including unrestricted file management and access to your data within Firefox. So unless you trust this, I would not recommend installing it at all. The project is open source though, which certainly helps. You can look at the source code and see exactly what it's doing. But when you get TamperMonkey installed, you can click on this link to install the user script, which allows for downloading CRX files directly from the Chrome Web Store and Microsoft Edge add-ons website. And I think it takes effect immediately, so if we go to the Chrome Web Store, we probably have to refresh the page here. And you can see Add to Chrome shows up, and it will download it. Now you see we actually get kind of two download things going on here. So this is like the Firefox one up here, and then we've got the, you know, Chrome style one down here. And then it lets you know that extensions and themes can harm your computer. Are you sure you want to continue? And it will apply that theme for us, so there you go. Now, if you were to click on discard, it would delete that file, but there is a setting in the Geckium settings menu under behavior to save discarded CRX file downloads. And would you look at this, the Microsoft Edge add-on store has a Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock edition theme? Oh yeah, I gotta get that. And I think if we click on it, no, it just opens it up in the File Explorer. So, because is this a CRX file? Oh, that doesn't even have a file extension. What? Yeah, that's actually straight up downloading it without an extension. I guess that's the way they do it in the Microsoft Edge add-on store. But if I were to change this to have a .crx file extension, and then move that over to, let's just go into our Geckium settings here, go to theme, open Chromium themes folder, paste this in here. There it is, Microsoft Java and Bedrock Edition. We can apply that, and there we go. Check. This would probably look a lot better if we change the Chrome version that we're imitating here. Let's try Chrome 47. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, right? Chrome 25. Yeah, that doesn't really work out either because we just have a bunch of recently visited sites right here just obstructing the background. If you were wondering, this sign-in link up here just takes you to sign into your Firefox account. But it is, of course, styled, you know, the same way that it would say, not signed into Chrome, sign into your Google account here on that version. So yeah, that is theming, and that is, you know, how you can download third-party themes. One other cool thing is under behavior here, you can change the branding of the browser. So Geckium is the default, but you can also set it to Firefox, and this will change the, like if we go into this menu over here, you see it says About Mozilla Firefox. If we were to go and change this to Chrome, that will change. So Chromium, for instance, About Chromium. Also, when you click on About, you get this pop-up that basically lets you choose between the fake About dialog that looks more in the Chrome style, or just the regular Firefox dialog. If we click on OK, in this case, since we have the Chromium branding applied, it's going to say actually Chromium OS, and that's because if you remember from earlier, under design here, we had the title bar and interface style set to Chromium OS. If we change that to Windows, it'll just say Chromium there. Oh yeah, and you've probably already noticed that the entire preferences UI gets completely reskinned to look more like Google Chrome. And of course, this will change depending on which design you have selected. So we can go Chrome 1. There you go. Gosh, this really takes me back. You got Chrome 2, Chrome 5. We can just, you know, that actually doesn't really change very much. Chrome 47, Chrome 58, Chrome 25. Well, yeah, you can see between Chrome 11 and Chrome 21, it gets drastically redesigned. And there is one more thing that I'd like to show off that I was told by the person who sent it to me to not check out until I started exploring this on video. So Dominic Hayes, who you might know as the Farron OS dev, he's a contributor to this project, and he sent me a Chrome theme file that he asked me to check out. So we're going to see what this is all about. So let's go into settings here, and look at me, I'm going to the wrong settings menu. Let's go to Geckium settings here, and let's go to theme. We want to open Chromium themes folder, paste this in here, refresh list. You have got to be kidding me. Okay, no freaking way they actually made an ice tray theme. That is hilarious. Okay, so a little bit of context here. A few years ago, I got an email from a company asking me to review their ice trays on video, like as a sponsorship. It was literally, still to this day, one of the most bizarre emails that I've gotten for like a sponsorship. And so yeah, they just... They've made this god-awful green-looking theme with, oh, that's just hilarious. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this video. That is a little brief demonstration of Geckium. I will have this GitHub repository link down below if you guys would like to go and check it out. But that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up, get subscribed, maybe consider becoming a patron or a channel member to get early access to these videos before anybody else. But either way, I just want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.